Hello, everybody. I'm James from eDirectory. Welcome to today's webinar. With us today, we have Gabriel and Emerson from our marketing department. Hi, guys. Great to see you.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So we're looking forward to getting started. Before we get started, just a couple sort of logistics about the webinar. The first thing is if anybody has any questions or comments, you can post them into the chat and we will stop periodically to answer questions as we go. And also at the end of the webinar, we'll open it up where anybody can ask anything about this subject or anything else. Happy to answer questions there. So just pop them into the live chat and we'll stop and answer them. The second thing is we will have a recording of this webinar posted to the blog on eDirectory.com. Typically, this happens within 24 hours or so of the webinar. So there will be a recording if you want to go back and review some of the information. Okay, well, great. So today we're going to talk, we have sort of a niche topic today, which is talking about a coming soon page. And this is used often by people that are starting a new website and they need a little bit of time to build out the directory content and that sort of thing. So you can set up a coming soon page, and this will, the site, the URL can be up, but the coming soon page will be there. And then when you're ready to go live, you take the coming soon page down and you're ready to go. Also with this webinar, we will show you how to use the eDirectory page editor, etc. So let me just share my screen here. Give me 1 second. And here we go. Share screen and present. Okay, I hope that came up okay for everybody.
Yes.
Okay, great. So a little bit about us. As I mentioned, Gabriel and Emerson from our marketing, Daniel does our operations, and I'm James, I'm the founder of the company. So welcome. First, before we get started, just a little bit of background on the eDirectory platform for people that are new here. eDirectory is a platform to build directory style websites and mobile apps, sort of listing style websites, that type of thing. It's used for a whole bunch of different purposes. We have a bunch of people using it for local guide type sites, review type sites, a lot of B2B industry directories, vendor directories, all sorts of things you can possibly imagine. Often it's a niche type site focused on some specific set of categories or locations. It can be used for any type of industry or purpose. It is highly customizable. The fields, you can create listings and customize the fields within the listing. You know, if you have a type of business or something like that, you may have different fields for that type of business, like a golf course or a restaurant if you're doing local search. If it's specific to an industry, that industry may have specific fields as well. It also has a content manager where you can edit the pages, control the layout. You can import listing data from a spreadsheet or a CSV file. You know, if you have another database, you can export that to CSV and then import it. It'll create all the listings automatically. Listings can be claimed, all sorts of features. We also have native mobile apps that you can submit under your own name and brand, your own Apple App Store account, as well as Google Store account. And our own licensed version has the source code available if you do want to do customizations on it on your own. We have a customization team as well available if needed. Okay, so that's eDirectory. And if you have any more questions about that, we can connect you with an account manager to get you a private demo. Just send us an email or let us know, and we will be in touch. Okay, great. So using the page editor to create a coming soon page, that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. First, I guess, should I turn it over to Emerson at this point, or should I run through the rest of this? Do you think Emerson's going to give us a demo of how to use the editor and stuff? First, we can talk about what you want on there. Obviously, your branding, describe what's coming, a clear value proposition, some incentives on why people want to join the site, just to get them, excited about it, encourage engagement, and make it. And some sites don't do a coming soon page, just to be honest with you. They build everything kind of silently, quietly, and then just turn the domain on and launch it. And so you can do it that way too. But eDirectory has a feature where you can basically create a coming soon page, work on your content in the background, and then take that page down. Okay. So the page editor has a number of different widgets. Emerson is going to run through these here. You can create pages, edit pages throughout the website using our page editor feature. If you're logged into the admin, you'll see a bar on the front that says edit this page. You click there, it'll pop the page editor. You can drag widgets around for sliders, newsletters, lead forms, social bars, banner ads, and the footer. And I think at this point, I'll turn it over to Emerson.
Yes, okay, James. If you can go back 2 slides, please. I can keep from there.
Okay, go back to
2 slides.
Back here.
Yeah,
2 slides. Okay, wait, escape. Having a little technical difficulty here. So.
Okay, I can share my screen. I can share my screen. No worries. Okay, great. So let me just pull up here.
And while you're doing that, I'll just say, oh, you pulled that up already. Okay, great.
Okay, so when we create a coming soon page, remember that this is optional. You don't need to create one, but if you need to get, you need some time before I do the public launch. You can use this as a good resource for your project, because with a pre-launch coming soon landing page, you can start building your email list. You can gather feedback from potential customers and get some marketing momentum before your site is fully available to all your users. So a good coming soon page must contain these elements. So I'm going to talk briefly about it. The first one is branding, because getting your colors and logo in front of your users is great for brand awareness. So they will know you, they will know your colors. It will be easier to identify your project on another media or on social media, printed media, etc. And describe what's coming, because your community wants to know about your project and when it will be available. The same for the value proposition. You must tell people how it will solve a problem they have. So what benefits can they expect? What is your project about? What you're going to bring to your community? And offer incentives to join a pre-launch email list, for example, because when a user gives you their email, they have entered your sales funnel. So offer initiatives such as discounts, limited offers, free trials, among other good initiatives you can do to grow your lists and prepare for the big moments. And to encourage engagement, whether you use a simple contact form or a live chat, or have some way to collect visitor feedback so you can better know your audience and fine-tune your messaging before going live. That's very important, because having this type of feedback is very valuable. And don't forget to add compelling call to action to stimulate users to sign up for your lists or to contact you for more information, etc. Another one thing very important is to make it shareable. You can generate buzz about your coming soon page as a big step toward a successful launch. So making it shareable to at least the main social networks using the built-in social buttons or adding external sharing tools is pretty simple to do that and will make a difference for your project. So let me change my screen here.
We have 2 questions from chat. One is from Joel. He's asking about what programming language is eDirectory built in.
Yeah, let me answer this. That's good. So the eDirectory is built on a tech stack. It's PHP is the programming language. It's built off of the LAMP stack of Apache, MySQL database, and we also use Elasticsearch, which is a highly scalable search platform. Open source search platform that can scale to millions of listings for that. Great. And what's the other? We have one more question. Oh, I'm logged into the back end and can't find the page editor. Emerson can show that right now.
Yeah, sure. Let me show up my screen again. 1 second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when you type in your /site manager, you get access to the backend. So you can log in and you see the timeline, the first screen on the dashboard of your site. So you simply go to design, and then you have the page editor. For this coming soon page.
Emerson, can you also just quickly go to the front of the website and show him that bar where edit this page? Like if you just delete the URL, just go to the front somewhere once you're logged in.
Okay, let me
just show them that this is another way. So if you are logged in, actively logged into the site manager, all the pages throughout the website have an edit this page link so that you can quickly edit them. It'll take you right into the page editor for that very specific page.
Yeah. So to our strategy of creating a coming soon page, we have 2 options. You can edit the maintenance page with a built-in template on the system, so you can easily create that. So you can lock your entire contents, so users won't be able to poke around with the contents you are building. They will see just the maintenance page and the message you are telling them. So that's one option. And the other option is to edit the home page. This way you can have more pages available, like a contact us page, etc. So we have 2 different ways to go here, but both will give you the same results, which is editing the page with easy, just dragging and dropping the elements, and you can create your coming soon page. For this example, I created just a sample page here to show you. Let me pull up here. Yes, this one. As I mentioned on the presentation, it's important for users, if your plan is to lock just the initial page, so you can remove the header widget. So this way, you want to have the navigation, you want to have the list with this button, this kind of things that could lead the user to pages you don't want to disclose right now. So it's important to remove the header widget from the pages you are editing. On my sample here, let me show you the front end, what I did. I used several widgets to create this, because we can have as many as we want, depending on the message we're trying to give people. So this is a sample for our Miami local guide. Here I'm using a simple slider. I can add up to 5 or more sliders on this initial page. On this specific setting, I'm using just one. It's just a static image with my clear message, my value proposition, when it's coming. So I can have a very concise text to hit the users on a fast way and make it more appealing, visually speaking. This is another widget you must use, is your social bar, so you can display the social media for your project. Another sample about this engagement. You can have your newsletter widgets, so you can ask people to join your list, pre-launch list, and start being able to send email marketing for them later. You can use the banner ads. You can create your own banner ads. So it's a simple way to put some nice graphics here that will help people to understand that they can advertise their business easily on the right moment. This is a lead form widget that you can customize the questions you want. So if you want to create a more segmented list, like a list for prospects, for people looking to list their business, or if they are just regular site visitors, you can create these segmented lists using the lead form widget. And one of the most important is the footer, where you can add your contact information that gives some more credibility to the project. And you have the options to also include the newsletter subscription inside your footer. Basically, that's it. And also, as I mentioned, the social sharing buttons. It's an external service that you can easily integrate this with Google Tag Manager. The same for the chat feature. You can have one here and be able to talk to people. You can receive requests and start conversations right through the website. So now let me go back to the backend to show you how easy it is to set up. This is the slider widget. You simply go here, this plus icon, and select the widgets you want to use. There are plenty available out of the box. You can use many widgets and different combinations of widgets on your pages. The drag and drop functionality is very simple, so you can rearrange the order of these widgets. This one is for the newsletter. We have an out-of-the-box integration with Unsplash, which is a service for high-quality images. It's free and royalty-free high-quality images, so you can easily get beautiful images in your project and make it very, very appealing. Simply type in what you were looking for, and they will suggest you a few items here. The settings are very simple. You can do content alignment. You can change the first line, the second line, and adjust it as you want. So it's pretty simple. I guess there are some SEO advanced options. You can use this as a meta description and some keywords, so you can start getting more organic traffic and ranking at least your coming soon page as well. Yes, that was pretty much it for today. The page editor is very simple to use. You can create as many landing pages as you want for different marketing purposes, vanishing URLs, etc. So it's a very, very good feature in your products.
Okay, great. So at this point, let's open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions, just pop them into the chat and we'll run through them as they come in. And while we're waiting to see if any questions come in, we have a couple more webinars coming up in the next few weeks. Emerson, do you want to give a quick overview on those? Oh, I think you're on mute.
I think you're on mute.
I'm sorry for that. On the February the 8th, we're going to have essential strategies for paid media. So if you're planning to run some ads for yourself or for your advertisers, you know nothing about it, you can have some essential strategies to start working with paid ads. And the February 22nd, conversion goals for online directories. So you can use Google Analytics to track metrics, important metrics for your website, just like number of visitors, if they visit a set of important pages, etc. So we're going to discuss a little bit more about the basic metrics for online directories and how to set up these conversion goals inside Google Analytics.
Okay, great. And so we had a couple questions come in. Let's see. The first one, when would the market selection plugin be integrated with the mobile app? I'd like to make it easy for mobile users to just get info on their location. Yeah, we are working on making the plugins available on the mobile app. Hopefully it'll be out this quarter. I can't give an exact date. We're just trying to do what we can there to get the plugins integrated. But we will send an email out with the release list when we do have that and the other plugins available. Here's a question you might want to answer here, Emerson. How do I set the coming soon page to be the one on default for now?
You have two options. You can customize the home page. You can remove all the elements in there and just create the ones I mentioned here. Or you can put your website on the maintenance mode, and then you're going to add it to the maintenance page. So let me just pull up here my backend and show you quickly how to do that. Just a second. Okay, so for the page editor, go to design page editor, so you can edit the home page, or you can go to general settings. Here, settings, general settings. And then you can activate the maintenance mode. And here you have a link to the page editor for the maintenance mode page. So it's pretty simple to use too. You can do any changes you want. So these are the two ways to customize your pages to have a coming soon page while your site is not fully available yet.
Okay, great. The next question, is there a recap of this event? I came in late. Yes, we are recording the webinar and we will post it to the blog in the next 24 hours or so. So eDirectory.com, and you can get to the blog from the footer, and then we'll have a post with the recap of this event. Another question from Joel. I want a special feature so a listing can chat with another listing on the website. Can your developers build this for my site? Yeah, so we have a custom development team, so we can get you a quote on any development, any features or anything you'd like us to build. So just reach out to account management. Actually, we'll note this and we'll have somebody reach out to you here, Joel, for that as well. But sure, absolutely, we have a team available. How soon before this training is uploaded? The training will be this webinar will be uploaded by tomorrow morning. However, also on eDirectory.com in the support knowledge base, we have information about using the page editor as well. So I think we may be able to post some links. I don't know if Gabriel, if you're able to post a link in to some of the articles or other resources about using the page editor immediately here in the chat, but it will be posted tomorrow. Are plugins currently available based on location on the website? I'm not sure I understand that question. Are plugins currently available based on location on the website? We do have some features that sort of identify the user's location, and it can pre-fill it there. The issue is with the web and the web browser, it asks the user, this site wants to use my location, do you want to allow it? And so the user has to hit yes, and then it'll pre-fill the location in there for that. So that works. The mobile app is a little bit better about that, the native mobile app. If you have any questions on how that works, though, just reach out to us, and we'll an account manager can get you a demo and show you exactly how location is identified, etc. for that. Question, I am currently doing terms and conditions and privacy for users and sponsors. Can anyone from eDirectory team provide a standard list of functionalities of eDirectory for the platform? For example, eDirectory can list businesses, use third-party payment platforms, etc. I think the best thing for you in terms of doing that is just to go to eDirectory.com and look on the some of the features pages. Go ahead, Emerson.
Okay, on demodirectory.com, we have a sample available. It's a very simple sample on terms of use and privacy policy.
And
we purchased it.
Yeah.
We purchased that from a company and it called it ubanda.com.
Okay.
They have this legal service that you must pursue, and they have a tool that scans your website. So depending on how much items you add, like third-party scripts, etc., they will scan your website and say, "Hey, this one you need to include on your privacy policy, etc." So it's a very important service that you must check out for a complete and legal advice on this matter.
Okay, yeah. So, and let me just add here, as CEO of the company, we're not able to give any legal information to anybody, and so the terms of use on our demo, it's just a demo, and so really you do need to go out and sort of find or download or prepare your own. You can consult with attorney. There's plenty of templates out there on the internet. Emerson mentioned a service that you may want to use. You can check that out. Just make sure that it's relevant for your jurisdiction, depending on what country or city or state that you're in. As far as the functionalities and stuff of eDirectory, though, you can go to the website eDirectory.com, and there's a features page that shows some of those options there. We just need to be a little bit careful about not giving legal advice here, Emerson. All right. Another question. I have two sites. One just launched. It's B2C, a sister B2B. Can I create a coming soon on one site and link to site two? Yeah, I think that can be done, right, Emerson? Creating a coming soon page and putting a link on there to the other site. You just go into the widget. There's a custom content widget that we have where you can write up a little bit about the sister site and then put a link in there to that, and it'll link back and forth to them. Okay, great. And in the chat, Gabriel just posted an article with the page editor overview, so check that out.
Yeah,
thanks.
that's right.
Great. Can you go over adding language to my site? I want Portuguese and Spanish. Yeah, so the way eDirectory actually supports more than one language. However, for SEO purposes, what we've realized is that individual sites need to be highly optimized down to the categories and everything else. And so typically you can run eDirectory in one language, but if you want to run a separate site in Spanish or Portuguese, it's a good idea to do an add-on site for that. The other option is to maybe use a plugin like a Google Translate plugin for that. Emerson, are you able to pull up a share of just doing setting the language in the site manager section?
Yes.
So we can show them where that configuration is for
sure.
that.
Let me share my screen. You mean just for the language and geography, changing the language of the websites?
Yes,
correct?
if you can just show them how to change the language, what the language options are for it, language settings. And then, so you can change the languages here. If we have a language that you don't see here that you want to use, reach out to us. There is a language file that you can take and translate and send it back, and we can load it in for that. It's fairly easy to do. But yes, the system will do different languages, but it only runs one language at the same time. You can actually have separate languages for the front and the back. If your native language is, say, English, but you want to run the site in Spanish on the front, you can set that up. But what we found is for SEO reasons that it's a really good idea to have a fully separate site. So the way that it's typically done is you do an add-on site, and then you actually have to import and optimize the data separately. But reach out to us if you have some questions on that. And if you don't want to do any of that work, but still want to support the other languages, then you can do something like put in the Google Translate toolbar for that. Okay, I have another question. I have a coming soon landing page, but it shows coming soon eDirectory. Is there a way to change the fave icon? Is there a way I can remove eDirectory from it? Yeah, I think that's on the header widget, right, Emerson? The changing
Yes,
the icon.
let me just pull up my screen again. I can show you both, yes, where it's located. Just 1 second. Sure. So under basic information, so you go to settings, basic information, then you can just adjust your favicon here. It's very simple. Just upload your favicon, and that's it. You're going to upload this icon on the browser. It's
And
very,
then it'll
very
be-
simple to use.
Yeah, and it'll be used throughout the website after that. So that's how you change that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Is there a plugin for the calendar, the event? I assume this is the events module, so people can open a calendar page and see all the events on the same page. We have a couple different layouts, I think a couple different event widgets. I know that's one of the things we're working on, is adding some more event layout widgets. I don't know if we have one that shows all the events on the same page, but I know we have one that kind of goes down. Are you able to show a couple of those event widgets, Emerson?
Sure.
Great.
Open the page here. Let me see if I have the. It's not under events. Let me go back here, try to get the contents.
You may just do add widget and just see if it shows up somewhere in there. Maybe on the event detail or event home. Yeah, it'd be event home, right? Okay, great. So there's a couple different layouts there.
Yeah.
That
So
you
we
can
have the upcoming events. Let me click on more events to see the page.
And maybe you hit, if you're able to hit grid view, detail, list view. Maybe if you hit that edit this page, and then they can see some of the widgets available in the page editor there, the edit this page on that. But go back to that other one there, yeah. The event home.
Let me go to event home.
So there's a featured event widget. What else do we have there? Events calendar. That may be what you're looking for there. So we have a few of them. I know we're working on some more layout. If you need something special there, let us know. We can take a look at it. Maybe something we just want to add to our development, for future release. If you really need it now, we can get you a quote on it if you want to have something special done there. But let us know what you're looking for. As far as that goes, we have a question. How does one find a person to advise full service NFT generation and production? I think this is sort of a crypto question related to that field, so that probably isn't relevant necessarily to eDirectory. If you have something external and you want to post it in eDirectory, we have a custom content widget where you can post in links and snippets from other systems and that type of thing. But as far as generating NFTs and that sort of thing, that isn't our area of expertise. I think what is it called? OpenSea, the NFT sort of brand, NFT website. You may check that out, but I think you can do a Google search and probably Google answer it as well as I will there. Can you provide a link to the terms of use and privacy link? Yeah, you can go to our demo directory, but again, we're not lawyers, so don't follow our advice. Can we have a link to the search service Emerson just mentioned? Do you know what that is, Emerson? I guess I'm seeing this a few minutes late, so I'm not sure what search service that was.
I posted it. It's called ubenda.com. I'm going to post again.
Okay, I see it. It's right above there. It's iubenda.com. You'll see it in the chat. Great.
Yeah.
HTML editor for listing events, deals, plugins. If I use this on the website, will the mobile app show the same content for these pages? I think that comes in the mobile app these days. I believe it does.
Yes,
I think so.
It may depend on some restrictions based on their device and operational system running on the phone. But in general, most of the features from the HTML editor will work on mobile.
Yeah, and just generally speaking, if you have a native mobile app and you're posting in HTML content, you got to be a little bit careful about that because it doesn't necessarily render it equal to, you know, the browser with that. So you probably want to test it and just make sure it's working on different devices. What if the site is already live and or published and I want to set up a coming soon page? Will this save what we currently have, or should we unpublish first and then set the coming soon? No, you can absolutely just create a coming soon now using the maintenance mode thing Emerson showed, or just using a page editor, create a new page called coming soon. And you can leave all your content, work on your content, that type of thing. Will the chat be available on the blog so I can lift the links? I think we don't necessarily post the chat doesn't get posted on there, but what we can do is just post some of these resource links in there with the articles. So we'll put them in there so you can get the links. Did you mention that there is an example terms and privacy use on the eDirectory website? No, we're not able to give a example terms of use and privacy policy just because it depends on different jurisdictions. We posted a link to a place you can go, but do an internet search or consult a lawyer or something along those lines. There's plenty of examples out there that you can use for that. Google Translate plugin, is there any additional cost using this on the site? Paying Google, is this unlimited? No, I think Google provides just a widget for that you can put in using the page editor to set up Google Translate. I think it's pretty easy to set up. I don't think there's any cost to it for that. Have you a widget with pop-up reminder when the user leaves some specific page? No, we don't have a widget that does that. That would be something potentially you could put in. I assume it's just some JavaScript or something, and that may be something you can upload using the custom content widget or something else along those lines to get that in there. Maybe Google Tag Manager even, I'm not quite sure. But try it. If you're having trouble with something, you can reach out. You can reach out to our support team and we'll see if we can help on that. Thanks. Can't cut and paste links from the chat. Yeah, we'll post the links in the article that goes out. Question: when will the next update be released? Is the deals section part of the next update? From Charlene. I don't have a firm date yet. We're trying to get the, dates on this, but hopefully by the end of this quarter, so in the next couple months, we'll have an update. The deals section will be in that 100% on that to get that updated. So there's a little bit more flexibility with that. There's a bunch of other great stuff coming out as well. And Charlene, I didn't get a chance to read it yet, but I did see an email come in that you sent with some suggestions on that all seem really good about publishing articles and that type of thing. So that's been forwarded, I believe, to our product team, and I wanted to thank you for that feedback that you sent over regarding scheduling article posts and that type of thing. So great. All right. Any more questions? Does anybody have any more questions from today? Anything else, Emerson or Gabriel, you guys like to add today? Oh, and thanks, Charlene, for the
yeah, no, not for now. Just remembering that perhaps you could use I posted the link for the webinar on how to use the Google Tag Manager, which perhaps can help the person who asked about the leaving pop-up when the user is leaving.
Right, and just be careful about making your site like not too annoying. You know, people like you may hold them once, but you know you want them to come. You want your content to be a reason why people come back. A question: how long does it usually take for an app to be built by your team? The app build we can do pretty quick. It often doesn't depend on necessarily us. It's often like there's a bunch of content around the app submission. And just for everybody here, we have these native mobile apps with eDirectory, and these are submitted to the Apple App Store and the Google store so that people can download them from the stores to their devices. We have a service to do app submission. The problem with I guess the difficulty is like Apple is pretty, you need to set up an account in the Apple App Store. Then after you have that, when you actually submit the app, there's a bunch of content there about the app and your business and etc., like your app description, screenshots, all of that information. Actually submitting and building the app is actually pretty quick to do. There's some keys exchange and all that. I don't know if we have an SLA, but it's usually a couple days, I think, to get that done. So I can have, I'll check in on your build if you're having a build done now and just see if it's held up or what the story is on that. But it's usually a couple days, I think, to get the app. And then depending on the store, typically, I think the Apple App Store takes like 5 days or something to review and approve. And they're very particular, the Apple App Store, like, if you mention the word Google in any of your description or anything, like they immediately reject your app and then it comes back and then you got to resubmit it. Takes another 5 days, all that sort of stuff. So if you are submitting and you have a media plan behind it, it's a good idea to just plan a little buffer time and stuff like that around that. But we'll check on it and I'll have the team follow up with you and just let you know when the ETA is on delivering that. Okay, well, great. If there aren't any more questions, last call here. Otherwise, I want to thank everybody for showing up today. And have a great day. Join us again in 2 weeks for our next webinar. I want to follow up here on Charlene's app submission. It's taken a month. Everything is approved. However, screenshots are not part of the checklist, and I need being told that you guys need input a patch. It's been a month of back and forth. I'll check on your project and see what's going on there as far as that goes with the screenshots and applying a patch, and I'll get that pushed through for you. So sorry about that if it's been a delay on our side there. Usually it's fairly quick to get the app out, you know, a week or something at the most. So, okay. Thanks everybody for coming. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Bye-bye.